salvation is for all of Israel.
But first and foremost, for the elect.
Beginning with the first fruits.
God, we're going to keep saying that.
Yep.
Hey, Isaiah 45:17, that says that Israel shall be saved in the Lord with the everlasting salvation. That's talking about all of Israel, but it begins with that remnant.
Hey, man, any of those Israelites that are like, oh, well, all of Israel is going to be saved. I'll be all right. Oh, man, I guarantee you they won't be thinking that when their judgment is upon them, man.
Oh, no, they'll know there was a prophet amongst them.
Well, and they'll know that the easier way out was getting the ultimate win.
Doing this, man.
Take that beheading.
Yeah. It's never easier when you don't invest, you see. What do you brothers want to grab? Matthew 13, and then Matthew 7 and 13, and then 2nd Esdras 7.
Matthew 7 and 13.
Which one is the Ezra's what?
2nd Esdras 7.
And what'd you say, Matthew 13?
Yeah, Matthew 13 and 1. You can start with that 13 and 1.
Matthew 7 and 13.
Matthew
13
13,
and 7.
verse 1.
Matthew 13 and 7.
The same day,
Or no.
Matthew 7 and 13. I read it.
it says, the same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the seaside, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold.
Right, and that's likened unto us today, man.
Different types of Israelites.
Yeah, you had all these different seeds that the sower went out to, put his particular crops in their particular place, but you had seeds falling everywhere, man, and most of them were being brought up in areas that weren't a good place for plants to grow, so they were all dying, man. But then some of them came forth and they brought forth fruit, and that's your plan. If you have a farmer, he's putting a seed in the ground hoping to get his fruit, which it may be a vegetable or whatever, but the fruit just being an analogy of having the outcome of that plant. Some might be corn, like the brother said, the harvest. So out of these ones that were brought forth, right, they're bringing out fruit, man, which is this work, right? You see, you have all these different Israelites. You got the 2/3 that everything that they're going through is just for their destruction, man. But you have the elect, you have the 1/3, all right, which are coming out, and they're actually bringing forth fruit, man. Fruit, meat for repentance. Go ahead.
It says, Who hath ears, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Right. It's not for all these different seeds to have gotten, because just like the parable stated, man, it was prophesied for many of them to die. Okay, so it's not for them. It's not for everybody. It's only for the elect.
Right.
You see, the Most High is going to have mercy ultimately upon all of the Israel. All right, but the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven are going to be those are the only ones that are good, that the moment of grace today is for, man. Yep, that salvation is for. You see, the rest, the 2/3, are going to have to die in order to come back in the right mind. They're just too defiled, man. There's nothing that we could say to cause them to understand the truth. There's nothing we could do, nor say, nor show them, so on and so forth, man. At the end of the day, they're just prophesied to be destroyed. Go ahead, brother.
But to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath.
Right.
And that sorry, brother.
Go ahead, brother.
The elders were just talking about that. Even as young men, you were searching for truth. I mean, you already had it. You didn't have the whole truth yet. You still had a form of looking for it.
And you're going to lose everything in the flesh,
Hey,
man.
that's why
You
Yahushua
see?
prayed for his elect, because they were going to be guided no matter where they were exposed
They're
to.
gonna be brought back to this truth.
You know,
He that hath it shall be taken away, man. So
Remnant.
everything that you have on this side is going to be taken from you, man.
Con.
You see, but those that are sowing in the spirit, they're gonna receive the things of the spirit, man. They're gonna be glorified.
Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all
Yep.
these things should be added into you.
Yep. Kind just like the brother paraphrase. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these other things shall be added. Just stay in your lane, man, and do your thing, and ultimately you're gonna get the win. You see, there ain't much that's asked of you, man. You're a debtor, and your task is very easy, man.
Okay, we are unworthy.
It's written.
Yep.
We don't even deserve to have this knowledge or understanding, man.
If
But
you're a debtor to Esau, man, he's gonna use the hell out of you,
so
man.
how much more the unblemished sacrifice of Yahushua?
Yep.
We are in debt to Yahushua to do as he commanded us to do, man.
Yep.
A baby born already owes $65,000 to the debt of America. You know the U.S. debt clock. They said it broke it up into every citizen. A little baby that took
Ain't
its
even
first
born
birth,
yet.
$65,000.
Yep. And who's the debt getting paid to? The
Esau.
elites.
Yeah.
You see, man. So really, the act of Yahushai was given for the whole earth to be redeemed, man. Because through that, the elect would come back and return, and through the elect, the planet Earth would be reestablished in order, man.
Earth is gonna be saved through the elect, man. Through
Yep.
Yahushua and the elect.
Yep. That shows you the mercies of the Heavenly Father, man. Go ahead, brother.
Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not.
Right, it ain't meant for them to get, man. They ain't gonna get it because it's prophesied for them to die. Just like it was prophesied from the foundation of the earth, just like we first started on, for the elect to be the elect.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
Neither do they understand, and that's why it's a mystery.
Yep. You're gonna have these 2/3 calling upon sweet Jesus until their death comes, man.
Yep.
And there ain't nothing that we could tell them to cause them to stop, man.
I just did a video this morning saying anybody calling on the name of Jesus Christ will not be saved, bro.
Yep.
Nobody. If you call on that name, you will not receive salvation,
Con.
man.
You're calling on a demon.
Yep.
Yeah, we just got earlier. He hears them that calls upon his name.
Con.
Uh-huh.
And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand.
Hey, what did we say, man? It was a prophecy. All right.
So that's the
Yeah,
word
you
of the
better
Most
have
High.
his name.
That's the word of the Most High. So the Most High spoke it. You gonna be blinded forever, man, until the Most High wake your ass up.
That's Isaiah,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
That's the New Testament, Old
Old
Testament.
Testament. Yep. Hand in hand, man.
And it says, and shall not perceive. Oh, I'm sorry. And seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should hear them, heal them.
The Most High don't want 2/3 to repent.
Yeah. They ain't gonna repent, man. And
He's
there ain't
already
no-
ordained you.
Yep. Yeah, you people, you been. What did it say? Their hearts have been covered with gross darkness.
That's
Con.
scary, man.
Even if they see it and hear it, it's not going to affect them.
That's scary because that could have been any one of us up here.
Con.
That's why we have to be grateful to the Most High and do as He commanded us to do. Because He could have left us out there in the darkness, man, waiting for a missile to damn fall out of the sky on our ass.
That's
Man.
why you see these people that are likened unto kings and queens, unto gods, really, getting into fist fights over the last fucking Popeye's chicken sandwich, man.
Con.
I was about to say that shit.
And it's the same shit
No.
you go buy at fucking Chick-fil-A.
Oh, you can make the fucking chicken sandwich better yourself, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
that-
had, and it pissed me off because you had a Jake kill another Jake over a piece of fucking chicken,
For
man.
cutting in
GMO
line,
ass
bro.
chicken too.
For cutting in line.
Yeah.
It wasn't
bro,
even
like,
good
come on,
chicken, man.
Nah, Popeye sucks.
Yeah, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings and I had their chicken sandwich. I was like, man, I'm surprised niggas ain't killing each other over this sandwich.
Chick-fil-A, bro. Chick-fil-A
Yeah, they're
has
killing
the
each
same
other over the
thing,
$2
bro.
sandwich.
You can
Fried chicken with 2 pickles. That's all.
You
it is.
can make the same fucking chicken sandwich at the crib,
God.
bruh.
Yo.
What do you?
That's
what,
that darkness,
First of all,
man.
what are you standing in line for 2 hours for a damn
especially,
chicken sandwich?
especially with Jake touching it, man.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm
there
saying,
ain't nothing
man.
better than just Jake cooked home food, man.
Con,
Yeah, oh,
con,
yeah,
con.
Let me get a
Northern
sip.
or
I
Southern
thought
Kingdom.
that guy like made me think of like a little midget was gonna come out with a machine gun or some shit. Coat.
This is 1 Timothy 4 verse 2. speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Read that again, Brother Salaki.
1 Timothy, I'll read the verse first. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits
Right.
and doctrines of devils.
So it's also prophesied that you're going to have brothers coming into this thing, but yet they're uprooted. They're pulled out.
Right.
All right. They might be listening to some underground Israelite camp that's telling you the mark of the beast is an embargo.
Nigga.
They might be listening to their Baptist preacher saying come back and give me some tithe money and I'll give you a Catfish Fridays back.
Kanye.
I'm gonna wake Israel up by rapping.
Yep.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, they might go
Yo.
jump into rapping, and that's their thing.
I'm gonna wake the Israelites up. I'm gonna rap.
Oh, you're not gonna be saved because you don't got your fringes.
Yep.
That's it. That's
You
Jake.
gotta
They
you got all your friends to work.
they complicate something that's simple. You know, it's simple. You go come out here and read this book.
Like that Jake I saw at Walmart, man. This guy was looking crisp, man. He had the nice hat on, nice sneakers, nice shoes, or nice pants. Everything was matching. His fringes matched his whole
was
uniform.
crispy.
Oh, that's Jake right there, bro.
Looked like he was getting ready to go play some basketball.
That's Jake though. They'll have 20-inch rims, but can't even pay their rent.
And I went and told him. I was like, you know, I'm gonna tell this man Shalom. I told him Shalom. It was weird. The whole encounter with the man just was weird, man.
He's like, Shalom.
He didn't even
brother.
say Shalom. He was just like,
Yeah, I'm
and
an
I'm just like,
Israelite.
yeah.
Well, because you're probably Latin.
Yeah, he
know what I
probably
mean?
didn't even think I was an Israelite.
Well,
Oh, this is
you're
one of those
northern.
wannabes.
Yeah.
Let me correct that. Northern Kingdom, not Latin, because
This is
Latin
one of
goes
those
back
wannabe Jakes.
Yeah. He thinks I'm a brother of his.
That's going back to what having that conscience with the hot iron, man.
Yep. Speaking lies and hypocrisy,
Yep.
having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Yep, seared meaning burnt.
Right. Forbidding to marry, and that just made me think of that. Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, we're supposed to be joined together.
And the thing is, when you sit something, you say you got a hot piece of rod, you got like a wound that's open. You take the hot piece of rod and you heat it till it started glowing. And you put it on that wound. It seals the wound so the blood can stop.
Yeah.
You see, and that's the rest. That's 2/3 having that being sealed with what? Christianity,
Kinda seared.
Islam.
It's heavy
What's the
on their
iron?
mind.
What's the Iron Kingdom?
It's heavy on their mind. That
Rome.
being seared is to show you just how hard that thing is on them.
Seared, man, and it's seared in the information that they have that wicked, rancid doctrine. It can't come out because it's seared in their mind, man.
Yep.
That's why you got Israelites calling on Jesus still.
Yep, it's seared in there. It's stuck. It can't come out.
Yeah.
and the thing is, if the most I wanted to come out, it will come out.
God, he left them
You
that
know
way.
what I'm saying?
He sealed it up. He had them
sealed it
seared.
up in there.
Yeah.
Call
It says-
how about you know? So I could have been. I don't know us, man.
Yep. Call
Oh,
Yahweh
yeah,
Shai.
Shai. Forbidding to marry and commanding
Hey, who
to
does that? Forbidden to marry.
Right.
I'm gonna take a vow of celibacy. What kind of fruity ass shit is that, man?
I
A
love-
vow of celibacy.
I don't say love pussy, but
That shows you the
it's
Catholic
good.
Church. Their
Tubs,
priests,
right?
their priests don't have women. You know?
Oh, the,
Oh no,
the
the
nuns
first
too.
step is to have a wife
God.
Yeah.
to be a bishop. You know.
The nuns too. They make the nuns vow celibacy.
Yep.
So they ain't
Oh,
know
yeah.
a bunch of freaky, horny ass women up in these what
But what
Catholic
they
churches?
got
That's
now?
why they're
Pedophile.
molesting
That-
kids.
yep, and that's
Yep.
why and that's also why the priests have been getting caught up with sex trade scandals with the nuns.
Yeah, cause
Con.
them bitches in heat.
Yeah,
That's
But
been
what they
happening.
got though, they still got the church door wide open.
Con, and
People
that's
still
been-
going in.
Yep.
That's been happening since the Romans and the Greeks. You know. The priests.
That's why I said earlier, you'll feel sorry for Jake, but then you start to understand the truth, and you really don't feel sorry for him.
You like,
there ain't no fruit in that, man. I mean, the only thing in the scripture that you can find is where Paul recommended, hey, it's better for you not even to have a woman.
especially
Right.
being in
But
this truth.
if you got to get your rocks off,
Go get you a woman, man.
yeah, then get you a woman.
Like the apostle said, man, go get a fucking prostitute. Knock that bitch out one real quick and get the fuck on.
Yeah, because you get real horny, man. That shit'll put a fucking demon on you, man.
Yep.
You be ready to just go grab a bitch's ass in the
You'll be
mall.
like, you'll be like a Catholic priest, bro.
Yeah.
priest.
God.
You stop losing focus on the word.
Yep.
A distraction.
You gotta discipline yourself, you know.
God.
Yep. Goddamn, I'm horny.
Yeah. And what did it say? If you don't use it, you lose it. It says, which Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth.
Right. He's created certain because you have certain doctrines out there that tell you that you can't even eat meat or you can't even do this or that
But
but yet it was ordained by Yahweh Bashem Yahshua for you to be able to eat some chicken, man.
I was
For you
about
to
to
be
say-
able to eat some turkey.
I'm about to say, 'cause you talking about it wasn't ordained for us to eat meat. How the fuck you keep the Passover?
That's what I was
Right.
saying.
You know what I'm
Or a
saying?
woman, bro. Yahweh ordained woman to receive seed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But some of these religions, they be trying to act like sex is
Her whole,
unclean.
her whole biology is made up for her to receive right. Her
God.
vagina
I
goes
mean,
in.
it is
so we
unclean,
can insert
but-
our, come on, man.
Look
God,
at
not
Leah
okay.
and
woman,
Rachel.
man. That
Look
bitch
at-
is
look
going
at-
heat. That's a strong thing.
Look at Leah and Rachel, man. I was telling this to my woman, Leah and Rachel. They were over there fighting with each other day by day, seeing who was gonna get the rod that night.
Oh, yeah. Let me get a separate quick. I'll tell you that.
Trying to see who's gonna get pregnant the most.
Because
Yeah.
it tells you
You know
here.
what I'm
Yep. It was Jacob can't be doing that.
Shit, their desire for sex is stronger than a man's,
It
actually.
is, bro.
It says in Genesis 3, verse 16, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband,
Yup.
and he shall rule over thee.
Yep.
So they have great desire for sex.
Because they're meant to reproduce, man.
Yep.
They're meant to have children. That's why when we're in more than the kingdom, they're gonna love to have our children, man. They're gonna love to bring forth our seed because this is what is in their makeup, man. But Esau has put everything so far on his head that the women hate to even have children. Now they want to have abortions and take Plan B pills and shit.
And that's why you'll be having these guys. Women will be going and trying to get ran through by Jake
Yup.
because they're desired to be taken, man.
And that's why Jake wouldn't be sleeping with some filth like
And that's
that.
why
bro.
women, they always want the man who already has a woman. They don't want the man
Yeah.
that don't have a woman. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's their nature.
Yeah, that's true. They said the number one thing that attracts women is a man with a woman.
Con.
It says in Matthew 13, verse 16, but blessed are your eyes, for they see.
Hey, what did the brother say? Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that we weren't one of them, man. Blessed are your eyes, for they see. We could be any one of these guys, man.
Con.
And your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them.
Even many of the prophets, man,
Daniel.
weren't able to understand certain things. That's why you hear them saying, "Oh, there were flying locusts." Talking about they're talking about the helicopters, man.
Con. Or the fiery flying serpent. The
Yup.
missiles.
Or the mystery of Babylon. They didn't come out and say, "Oh, it was America,
It was
red,
America."
white, and blue, named after
Yup.
Amerigo Vespucci." You're gonna have our people called Negroes,
Right.
Latinos, and Native Americans.
John, he admired the woman.
Con. Knowledge has increased. You know, the prophets of today, we know more because these things have manifested. You know, the elder Tahar was bringing that out, you know, a while back. You know how us prophets out here in Babylon, America, prophesying, we know what the chip is. You know what I mean? God.
It says, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom, and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one, and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
So going back to the parable of the sower, man, you understand, you know, you come into this thing and you understand certain breakdowns, and you know, you're starting to learn that you're an Israelite, and then yet you get the sifter doing his job.
Because you'll have it, example, slot, bro. You have an example of that. You have a Jake be up here listening. He all attentive, asking questions, this and the other. Then you have a damn devil come by. Oh, you don't believe this, do you? These guys are racist. These guys are this
Trying
guys
to
are
separate.
Then Jake
Trying
simple
to
as
divide.
like, you know what? You're right, and he'll take his ass up the street. That's
Or the sifter might not even use an Edomite, man.
Yup,
The
yeah.
sifter might use
Another Jake.
your woman
Yup,
or your
yup,
family.
yup,
You
yup.
get into this truth, and next thing you know, I've had it with this Hebrew Israelite stuff.
Yup.
The doctrine, bro.
I'm leaving and I'm taking the kids.
But hey, the elect, they can't be deceived.
Yep.
So it won't affect you.
Even
And-
the doctrine, about the law on rape,
Yep.
that threw
It-
men off. You
And
know?
Satan's going to attack you where you're weak, man. So whatever you're weakest at, that's where you're going to get attacked. And if
Right.
you're the elect, that's where you're going to build up
Yep.
from being attacked. You're going to
Chastised.
overcome, and then you're gonna level up in that area, so to speak.
Right.
Quick step on.
Go ahead.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost,
Con.
and whom the power of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light
Right.
of
The power of this world, who the ultimate power is Yahweh, but he's given this place into the hands of Shaitan, and Shaitan's physical embodiment, which is Esau Edom.
God.
So they're doing the most to try to blind you, man. Let's put this on social media.
It's
let's,
everywhere,
let's,
bro.
Let's do this. Let's do that.
Everywhere is a trap. Everything
even
is a trap,
even
man.
the little kid movies,
Yup. They put subliminal messages in them shits, man.
Yep.
Really, even just doing what we do, we deliver food. You got to deliver fucking abomination.
Yeah.
Yup. Yup. I got a fucking big ass bag of shrimp the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my kid watching YouTube last night, and my woman had walked in there after he fell asleep, and she said that some weird commercial came on where it was like a woman was like grabbing, it was like for some kind of crackers, and she was grabbing a cracker, and then like a woman jumped on and like bit it, and she like took the cracker and ate it too or something. And then you had a dude do it after that. A man and a man. But yet they're going to give us a hard
I
time
just
about
heard
our
that
videos.
too. Yeah, I heard the Elder Ramlab talking about that.
God.
He was
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about that commercial.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but she
Yeah.
was telling me
He said he was watching and he seen it, and it was like almost them coming
Yeah.
together to make love or
Yeah,
something.
so you'll have these little ass kids will be watching that, and then they'll grow up and be, oh man,
Shit.
and they'll start getting weird thoughts or whatever, man, because
Yeah.
of what they saw.
Even out there on Colfax, it's a fucking romantics billboard, and the romantics is like a sex store, and they got a straight couple,
Oh,
they got a lesbian couple, and they got a fucking
Why
fad
can't
couple
it just
out
say
there.
romantics?
On the bill, and it's close. It's closer to Chick-fil-A.
God.
Right across the
Christian
street from
church.
John.
Christian,
Like right across the street from Chick-fil-A,
Christian
man.
fast food.
Christian's chicken.
Yeah. Come on, man. This
And
fucking place
now
is,
everywhere you go, you just see gays, bro.
man,
Oh, yeah.
man.
It's a normal thing now.
This fucking place, man, it has to go, man. It has to fucking go.
Yeah, these
It's gotta be
commercials.
burned.
These
Man. It's
commercials.
gotta be sanctified.
Yeah, you'll have these like love
Sanitized.
commercials and things. It'll
Yeah.
show like a man and a woman kissing. All of a sudden, it'll show a dude and a dude kissing or something like that, man.
God.
Oh, I watched this movie Little Evil, and it's a comedy on Esau thinking he's gonna get salvation, and the whole movie they got this fucking bitch in there, and they changed her name to Al, and she's the stepdad, and like
What?
in the movie. But if you watch the movie, the dad's name and the mom's name put together means God heard Cain, and the son is supposed to be the Antichrist. It's on Netflix. It's a corny ass comedy, but it's actually showing you that Esau thinks he's gonna get salvation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they show that fag in there, and it's a stepdad. But it's a
well, that
mom.
Foot Locker commercials. You guys see that?
Yeah.
You know that who was
Fucking
taken
Vegas.
up in that chariot? It
Jay.
wasn't Esau.
Yeah, it wasn't that woman either with the
God.
bat, that manly bitch.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah. Because
see that
you
one.
had her protecting
The guy?
Yeah.
And that's the shit Esau puts in there. This thing, women, man, ain't no woman gonna be fucking out here being brave during the time of Jacob's trouble, man.
God.
All these goddamn MMA practicing bitches, they gonna get fucked up
Deception.
out here.
Oh,
man.
that bitch, that MMA guy, the stepdaughter, they just
Oh,
found
yeah.
her fucking
Yup.
remains.
Yo.
God.
You know?
And
You
in
know,
that
he
commercial,
was doing something he shouldn't have been doing.
Bro,
They don't just go and-
I believe they sacrificed her
I-
to Dana White.
I was thinking the same thing.
Because
bro.
the actual MMA guy, the UFC fighter, he was crying harder than the real father. Because the father don't know what happened, but the UFC fighter, the stepdad's like, just help. Because he knows something more than what he was leading
God.
on. He probably sacrificed his ass.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, because how why else would you have a group of dude, not just one dude just went and took it, a group of people kidnapped her, man.
Yeah. And then the UFC offers thousands of dollars
Yeah.
for this one worthless girl. That don't make sense, you know?
Some foul play.
It
I
says
didn't hear about that, but
Matthew 13, finishing on 19. This is he which receives seed by the wayside. Man, that guy locked eyes with me right now. The driver? I mean, the passenger?
Wow, he's got his damn sign.
They're like, we know you're out here. They told us to come by here. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon, with joy receiveth it. Which it goes back to immediately.
Yup.
Yep, and they
Oh,
receive
from
it with joy,
Israelite?
man.
I'm
Yeah,
an
excited,
Israelite.
happy.
Oh man, for real?
I'm gonna go tell everybody.
Then what happened? Read what happened next.
Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth, which endures for a while.
Yeah, you endured for a little bit, then all of a sudden Satan attacked you where you were the weakest.
Can't find him no
Yep,
more.
you're,
If you go back out there to that camp next Saturday, I'm leaving you.
Yep. Or it might not even be that. It might be your job.
Yup.
They
So,
might. Hey,
either
man.
way,
Look, everybody's watching your videos. Oh, I don't know what that's about. That was a long time ago.
Oh, what's that one the elders are talking about? He's the so-called elder of Phoebe. Phoebe. Remember
Yeah.
they said he came and then he disappeared?
Yeah,
Now he's trying to come back and make a return and shit.
been gone for years.
Yep. Or there was one guy that came into contact with me through Zakaria, and he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, he's like, oh, we've been out here for over 40 plus years, and I was telling him about the elders, and he's like, oh yeah, they must have heard it from us.
Yeah.
What
I'm like,
about
oh, so I
what-
started putting his information. I started sending it to different elders and stuff. And I was like, hey, who is this guy? Nobody knew who he was.
Yeah.
Nobody, man.
Yeah.
What about the guys that showed up when the elder was here? And there's no
ain't
seen them
no
since.
trace of them.
Yep.
You
I
know?
ain't seen them
They
since.
even had garments and everything.
There's IUIC, bro.
A few months ago.
They were out here, remember, in
And
the
they even
summertime.
said we're
Yep.
GMS
I
Denver.
seen them a couple
know?
weeks ago over there by
Oh, did you?
McDonald's.
It was warm a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It says,
Oh, you saw?
for when
IUIC?
tribulation or
You
persecution.
see, and you see how the brothers talk about him like it was like you saw a leprechaun or something. What,
Yeah.
you saw? Where
Yeah.
was that?
And
Did
really,
you capture one?
even if they're out here, though, they're still
Did you
teaching
take a picture
lies,
for
bro.
proof?
Get some Lucky Charms.
Hey, even if
could've
they're
sold
out
that
here, though,
picture.
they're still teaching deception
Yep.
because they're teaching Jesus. They ain't teaching Yahushua. They're teaching that other way,
Hey, but your faith is proved by your works.
right?
So if you're out, then you should know, hey man, these men are doing work.
Right. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended.
Might have been your work. You might have been out here, you got your ass whooped.
Yeah.
You might have got arrested or something,
Man,
man.
fuck this, man. I can't do this
Yeah.
shit no more, man. This shit crazy, man.
Oh, what do we get?
This
Those
shit
demons,
crazy.
bro. Those demons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody in the Springs?
No, right now those ones
here.
right
Oh, yeah,
there.
kind
You
of.
know?
Or your family.
Yeah.
Family
Yeah.
might, man, you better come back. You better come back out here to LA and get back with the family. Everybody's talking about why you doing this and that.
Oh, that one,
Fuck all that,
Travis
yeah.
Scott. He said it's because of his family. They did a thing where he said it's not. He knows the truth.
Those are the most common things, man. Work, women,
Family.
and family.
Yep.
Those are the three most common things. That's why there's quite a few scriptures which have those three things in them. Oh, I just got married. Let me go deal with that. Oh, I just got some oxen. Let me go prove them.
Financial gain. Financial
Yep.
struggles. That's a part of it, man. This is
Yep.
a part of the straight, man. Yahweh Shai didn't even have a house.
I can't do this no more, man.
God.
I got evicted out of my house. Well, then you better go preach in front of your house, man.
Yahweh Shai didn't even have no house, man.
Let me
That's
get a
how we
set.
started the lesson today. Chastisement.
Proverbs 31:3, and these are words to King Solomon. Give not thy strength unto women,
Yep.
nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
Why would King Solomon say that?
It was his mom telling King Solomon.
Oh, come. And why would his mom tell him that? Because that was a common thing for a man to give his strength. What did it say? I've created a new thing. A woman shall encompass a man.
And it also tells you that men have gone out of their wits for a woman, man.
Look at Herod, bro.
Well, what did it say? Ezra, in the book of Ezra, it says that the queen, she'll slap the king, take his crown off her head, put it on her head,
And he'll be like,
and he'll just
"Oh."
smile at her.
Yeah.
What, hey, the
Stupid
Herodians
Yep.
with
God.
John the Baptist. He
God,
told
God.
that woman, "I'll give you half my kingdom."
Yeah.
And that was he didn't even get the box yet. He was
Shook my
just seeing her
titties
shaking.
in my face. Now you can
You
have
know the
half
Herodian?
kingdom.
Yo.
He saw her dancing, and he said, "I'll
Oh,
give you half my kingdom."
When he had his woman's daughter dance
Yeah.
for
God,
He
many
lost his
men
mind.
led
What shit
astray.
is that, man? Yeah, you just offered her half your kingdom to go and throw it at another man.
And that's the slaughter. You know, they're eagerly walking to the slaughter. You know, unknowing.
That,
By
that shows
the
that.
women.
It says back in Matthew 13, verse 22, he also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches
There you go.
choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
Oh, fuck that, man. I gotta go to college.
I ain't making
I'll,
enough.
I'll link up with you brothers in 10 years after college.
I gotta go to work.
I ain't making enough money.
In 20 years, if
I
enough
gotta-
prophecies came to
even
pass,
if I
I'll
gotta
come
go
out here.
bury my dead father. You know,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
you
sure
still
so.
like put that off and
Yeah, I'm
come
sure
follow
so.
me.
And
Yeah, I'm
really,
saying,
it costs us
they're
money to
dead.
come out here. You gotta
Yeah.
chalk up some money to come out here. Really, it costs
Yeah.
you money.
Yep.
Con.
But-
we don't think about shit like that, man. We
Nah.
doing the work, man.
Yeah, you don't count it, but
Con,
really, it
con.
does cost. You know.
Yeah.
You see, you do the work, man, and everything else
It
is
falls
gonna,
into
is gonna
place.
follow. Yep.
Con, but that's
Your
how
ducks will be
important
set
this
in a row.
truth is, man. You know, your father dies.
Oh.
You're more righteous to come out here and teach than to go to his funeral.
The chip, bro. How many men are gonna fall out of this truth to take that chip so they
Oh
can
yeah,
buy
those are, and that's the cares of the world, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because why you can't eat, you can't support your family no more.
You know what I'm saying?
And
that's that
you got your
seed
dad
that's
yelling
getting
at you. What's the
choked,
matter with you
you
not
know?
taking that chip, boy? You gotta support your family.
I see a child ain't eating tea and date, man. Shut the fuck up.
They're only eating rice and beans. That's the best meal.
Right?
But he
See,
that
and
is
that's why Yahweh Shai said that those in my family are those before me that hear my voice, man.
Con.
Not as
follow
actual-
the will of my
I do the will
father.
of my father.
Yep,
Yep.
do the will of
Con.
my father. Yep.
But he that receives seed, and notice he keeps saying receive seed like you're a woman. Because really, we're like the women unto Yahweh Shai.
And this word is a seed, man.
Yeah.
It gets planted in your mind, and the Most High nurtures it, man.
Yep.
Yep.
Just like you speaking to a woman, you could move her by your words, you know?
Con.
And you gotta grow like a plant, man.
Yeah.
A plant grows. It doesn't just sit there and shrivel up and
Damn,
just.
big, get on my face.
We're
Yeah.
pure. We're pure like a virgin, you know, to this truth.
Yeah. But he that receives seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth
See, now
it.
this is the elect.
Which-
He that heareth the word, understandeth it, receiving these breakdowns. Go ahead.
Which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some an hundredfold, some 60, and some 30.
Right, which beareth fruit, man. You do your videos and your fruit starts coming. You see, you come into this thing and what do you say? You hear the word and you receive it, you understand it.
Right.
Then you start doing your own work.
Bear fruit.
Yep, you start bearing your own fruit, man.
Right.
And then when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's gonna say, hey, this man invested my money.
Con,
This
some-
man invested the talents.
Some tenfold, some
Yup.
20-fold, some 100-fold.
And really, you know, if you look at it like say a woman, it's like a woman you spoke to, she gets down with you, you bear children, but then now she goes, hey, I got this other good woman I know about.
Con,
Yup.
Brings her to you.
Yeah, you see, it ain't gonna
That's
be.
righteous.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai is not gonna come down and hand out participation ribbons, man.
No,
Nah.
you get no goddamn what they call
Right.
what they call that shit? Oh yeah, yeah.
Like who was it? Sarah when she gave her her handmaid over to Abraham,
Yup.
Con,
Con.
con.
Hagar.
And then she
Yup.
became bitter, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's the nature of a whore.
You
A
can't
woman.
become bitter in this truth. It tells
Right.
you unless bitterness spring up in you, like Esau.
You have to understand, man, that everything that we go through is already ordained by the Most High. It's all the will of the Most High. We was already ordained to catch the hell that we
In
catch.
fact, I was gonna bring that out
You know,
earlier.
we
You mind if
already-
I grab that up?
Come on, go ahead, bro.
It's ordained for us to catch the hell that we catch, man. So it shouldn't be strange to you that when you go through it, hey, you gotta
Hey, if
understand
we weren't
that's the
catching-
will of the Most High, man.
All of us have our own walk.
If we
man.
weren't catching this hell, then we wouldn't be able to call ourselves the prophets.
All the sons of the Most High.
Yep.
This is Hebrews 12, verse 14. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the King. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of Yahweh, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. And a good example is the women. Say you got another woman, she gets bitter, and she goes, "Oh, fuck this marriage, man." Like, you don't want to do that. You know, you want to be married to Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Con.
You know,
Yep.
that's the main point right there.
Comparing you Israelites who get bitter, all right, to Esau, man.
I got precept.
Because what did Esau do? He got bitter.
Yep.
You start crying about it
Yeah.
afterwards.
You love him more.
You got some more there, bro?
No, brother, go ahead.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as some strange thing, happen unto
Yeah,
you.
thinking not sure. Why is this happening to me?
Why, Lord?
You had that movie.
Clay can't question the potter.
What's that movie? God's Not Dead.
Yeah.
And in that movie, the what is it? The college professor, his son died of, I don't know if it was cancer or something.
Cancer, I think it
yeah,
was,
his son died of cancer, and so this guy turned around and became an atheist.
Yep.
He thought it strange, which he wasn't really receiving no trials or tribulations for being in the truth anyway, because he wasn't in the truth. But showing you an example of a fruitless man, a fruitless individual, man.
God.
Thought it strange that he was going through particular things, so he just turned around and said, "Fuck it."
Oh, they do that. Remember, they come out. I'm not an Israelite no more.
Yeah.
You had during the Holocaust, I was watching a documentary, and these group of Amalekites got together, and they had a trial against the Most High, and their verdict became that the Most High was guilty for for letting them get persecuted.
And that's an Edomite for you, bro.
Yeah,
And these 2/3 are better off than a man that comes in this truth and then returns to his vomit. you
Yup.
know?
Yup. This is verse 13. But rejoice in as much as you are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings.
yeah.
That-
So rejoice as you're partakers of Yahushai's sufferings, man. How many times did they try to kill Yahushai and weren't able?
God.
But yet they did end up getting him, man.
It was all of the will of the Most High. It was
Yup.
already ordained for that to happen
God,
to him.
and
And Yahushua understood that.
And Apostle Gabar was going in on that this morning. He was talking about how sometimes, hey, you do want to be hid in this truth, because even Yahweh Shai was, hidden.
But there's times where we're out in the
God.
open, just like now.
God,
Con.
For-
Sometimes it might be better to, like, one time this brother, they tried to stab this brother, man. And then afterwards, they were calling the cops on us, so we just got our stuff and we just, all right, let's get out of here, man.
Yahushai fled too before.
Yep.
God. Yeah, wisdom.
First Peter chapter 4, verse 13. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
what-
Because you're going to be glorified.
Con,
Just
I was
like
about
you
to
were
say that.
partakers in his sufferings, you'll be partakers in the glory, man.
Con.
What did it
And that's
say?
what we
We'll
fight
be
for.
standing on that glass.
Yeah, looking down,
Looking down on the
rejoicing,
fire.
man.
Yeah.
That's why at the end of the day, man, you just gotta coming in this thing, you gotta understand that this ain't of your will, and you gotta pray for mercy.
Patience, long suffering.
But yet, or Salakia. That's what I meant to say, brother. You gotta pray for patience, but hope for mercy, man.
Con.
All right, because at the end of the day, man, whatever you go through, you just gotta hope to have the patience to endure through it, and not be any of those other examples that didn't endure through it. You see, for multiple reasons. It might be because the guillotine was coming right down on your head. Oh, never mind, I'll take the chip.
Yeah.
It might be because the guillotine was coming down on your woman's head or your children's heads in front of you. You're watching this.
Hey, man, you got to, and that's why you got to be grounded in the scriptures, man, because Yahushua said, what? He that lose anything for my name's sake shall gain it back 100-fold, man. So you lose your woman, man, you're going to get her back 100-fold. Your children 100-fold. And that just
God, like
means,
Job.
and that's just your heart's desire, man. You see?
Oh, yeah. God, like Job.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get 100 of that same woman.
Nah, no, but you'll have your heart's
Hey,
desire,
it says,
man.
You'll have
"I
a
have not
variety,
seen
you'll
nor
have
ear
a
hath heard."
basket
We
of
can't even tell you. We can't even begin to describe what you're gonna have, and it'll be justified as what it is, man.
God.
God, we can't fathom it.
Our imagination will do it
Corrupt
justice, man.
bodies. That's why it says you got to put on incorruption,
Yup.
immortality.
Yep, even these women that you think are bad now, man, just wait till the
Man.
kingdom.
That's what
Man.
I'm saying.
Oh, bro, I had a dream, and the woman was beautiful, but it wasn't even what caught my eye. It was the garment the woman was wearing, and I knew she was my wife. And
That's
I had,
another thing too, is the smell.
Yeah, bro, the
You
grass was green. My kids were playing. My house was
Yeah.
bigger than this, like longer, and the road was gold,
Yeah.
soft, bro, like marshmallows.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
the girl was like this,
That
like,
makes some sense because I thought about that before. I was like, man, I hate walking on concrete.
oh no, bro, it was like soft, like marshmallow.
Yeah.
And the girl went like this, and I seen her, but I couldn't make out her face. But the garment, bro,
Yeah.
it was amazing. And I said, and I thought to myself through the spirit, I said, if the garment's that beautiful, how beautiful is that woman?
You know, that's probably was wisdom, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That probably was wisdom, bro.
Con.
Yeah.
It talks about that in Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah.
You know, the garment increases the appearance.
Well, it says in that Proverbs, who can find a virtuous woman?
Yup.
God.
You know, for her
Won't be able to have
value is
one.
higher than rubies.
Won't be able to have one into the kingdom.
Yeah.
God.
Con. Yep.
When we continue up,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it says, verse 24, Matthew 13, another parable put forth.
Oh, that's good on that, bro.
That was good. All right.
Yeah, go ahead and what do you got? Oh yeah, go ahead and grab me that Matthew up. 7 and 13.
I have you. Did you still want 2nd Ezra 7?
This is
Con.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Right. Wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. Meaning there's all this room and the perfect highway to get to the place of being destroyed. Go ahead.
And many there be which go in thereat.
Right. Many there be, man. Meaning you're gonna find the multitudes. Where the multitudes are, that's where the death is, man.
That's where the multitudes are. That's where you don't want to be.
Yeah.
The
Shit.
Catholic Church, Catholic actually means universal.
Yeah.
God, God, and mass means massacre. You know, 'cause they go to their masses.
Verse
The massacre of the people.
verse 14. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
Yeah, few there be that find it, because it's a hidden tight narrow pathway, man, to get that crown, man.
God, many are called, few are chosen.
Hey, they only stick one head on a guillotine.
Con.
You know, ain't no brother you ain't gonna be beheaded next to a brother. You know, you got Yahweh Shai, he was crucified alone.
Yep.
You know, if you go to that guillotine, you're gonna have to go alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Then that's why you're gonna be your faith is gonna be tried to the furthest
Full
degree
extent.
that you have, man.
Yeah.
Because you ain't gonna have the brother here to, oh brother, yeah, let's do this, Ak.
Yeah,
Let's
son.
do this, man.
Simple prayer, man. It's gonna be you and the Most High.
God.
You Yahweh Shai and the Heavenly Father. And we'll see where your faith at.
Yep.
Do you really believe?
Oh, and that Wisdom of Solomon too. It says Esau wants to put our faith to the test.
Mm-hmm.
God.
He says, since we're talking about it, he says, let's put him to the test.
Don't just talk about it. Be about it.
Yep. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 1.
Yeah, come.
And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, Yahweh. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great.
Right. The sea is set in a wide place, deep and great. Go ahead. And this is why you got to keep your eyes single, man, because it's so easy to just walk right into the broad way of destruction, man.
Read them kingdom scriptures.
Especially when you got Esau in rulership, man, that's putting everything before you to try to distract you, to try to pull you this way and that way. That's why you got to have that spiritual armor on, man, because that physical embodiment of Satan is Esau, man. And though we're not over there actually fighting Esau, you're not throwing blows at the elites. But yet
Fighting the
you're fighting your inner or your outer man. You're fighting your flesh, man.
God, that's
Not
it.
yet,
One
anyway.
hell of a fight.
Well, they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but
and
words will
names
never
will
hurt me. That's a
That's
lie.
Yeah.
You know, these
Yeah, 'cause
words
these
are
words
hurting.
are hurting these
Yeah.
Edomites.
Yep.
You know?
And it's a heavy battle, man. That's why you have monks. The reason why you have monks is because the monks are there to tell you that you gotta be able to control your flesh. That's basically the whole monks. That's why they do vows of silence and what have you, man. Just trying to conquer that outer man. But you see, the only way that you're gonna be able to finally conquer it is when we're changed, like the brother got, man. See, you gotta
twinkling of an
strive.
eye.
You gotta strive to the best of your ability. But until
Hey.
you're perfected, that's when you're gonna be perfect, man.
Oh, Jet Li was supposed to be a monk, right?
Yeah.
But now he's all fucking a leopard now
Yeah.
because of his
fucked
thyroid.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's lost his hair color and everything. He's a leopard
I
now.
didn't
So how
know
do you
that.
control your flesh like that?
That's why the scriptures tell you, man, the righteous man follows 7 times but get it back up. It tells you that because we're fighting against the flesh, man.
I gotta get this up.
We're fighting against the flesh. That's why, hey, no matter how many times we fall, man, we have to keep getting up and persevering through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because we know, hey, ain't no prize for nobody who gives up, man.
Nope.
There's only going to be a prize for those that endure to the end. Just like Yahweh Shai said, man, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Not he that makes it halfway through is going to receive a crown. No, man.
And that's why those Christians, when they say I'm saved, they're already throwing in the towel.
they done.
The only thing you get when you give up, man, is shame.
Yup, and I don't want to be one of them dudes.
Nope. You're gonna be by yourself. You're like, oh man, you know what? I'm by myself. Go ahead and just give me the chip.
Man.
Ain't nobody's gonna know that I took the chip. Right after you get that chip, you see the brother refusing it.
I know, right?
He
looking at you.
and he looks right at you like, goddamn.
Looking at you like,
There's a movie like that, The Mist.
Because you
Remember,
were fear in the eyes of men.
If you ever see the end of The Mist, he kills his kid and everybody in the car, and there's not one bullet left for him. And right when he does it, the military comes, and he's like saved.
yeah.
And he pretty much lost
everybody.
everything at the
Yeah.
last minute.
Let me grab this quick step real quick before you go further, Rock. This is Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 31. It says, and he that requireth, Salakia, he that requiteth good turns is mindful of that which may come hereafter. Right, mindful, thinking of that which gonna come, man, which is the kingdom. It says, and when he falleth, he shall find a stay. What's that mean? If you fall and you find a stay, that means you grabbed something to support, to keep you from falling. All right, you were falling, you might have grabbed, this would be the stay right here, this pillar. All right, but what do the brothers say? A just man falleth 7 times. Meaning there's gonna be times where you slip up, times where you fall, but you're gonna find that stay as long as you're keeping your eyes single on the kingdom, man.
You heavy in the spirit, but you say, fuck it, we know this is temporary, we keep pushing, man. You know, that's kind of mental. Hey, you gotta have that mentality, man, fuck it, man, let's push. Fuck it, push.
But you
Know
don't
what
want
I'm
to lose. You don't want to have such a fucking attitude. You become suicidal.
Oh, not
and drink
not
yourself to
that point.
death
Not
or
point.
shit like that.
Con.
Not to
It's
that
a
point.
balance, you know.
And that's why it says the truth shall set you free, because you're fuck it state of mentality.
When I say that, I mean like, fuck the things that's going on around us. You know,
I know what you mean,
This is
brother.
like petty. You know what I'm saying? Because we know everything is temporal, man.
Yeah.
Everything is temporary.
Yeah, that's why you're free, because
Yeah.
you ain't subject
know
to going
better,
and trying to build up the next building that has your logo on it.
Exactly, man.
You ain't pulling your hair out because you lost your
job
your
or-
all this shit's
temporary
gonna
job
melt. And I'm saying,
because your silicone titty woman left you
I know you can't. Your
because they
rent,
repoed your car.
your rent late. Now you about to commit suicide. No, man, this shit is temporary,
Say,
man.
hey, fuck it, man.
Hey,
Part of my
hey,
walk.
this is-
It's,
Hey,
it's what Yahweh gave me in my walk.
And that's when you
When they're
cast.
reading the book of Gar, they're gonna read that this happened to me.
And that's when you cast all your burdens upon the Most High. And you keep pushing and doing the work, man.
Yep.
Put it in the hands of the Most High and let Him take care of it.
Yep.
Cause ain't shit you can do about it. Cause the Most High already ordained for you to go through it to test your faith, to test your patience, man. You see? So just cast it upon the Most High. Hey, I'm gonna do the work. Keep pushing, man. Keep believing upon the Most High.
It might be a number of things. It might be, your work or anything, man.
Yep.
But you just got to endure through it. Go ahead, bro. And you will find a stay as long as you're the elect, man. As long as you keep your eyes single.
Keep believing,
That's what this
man.
is talking about. You have that narrow path. You got to keep your eyes single to get through it, man.
Second Esdras 7 and 4. But put the case, the entrance were narrow, and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it?
Yeah, you couldn't get to this beautiful point after the narrow path, after the narrow sea. Or after the narrow river, you can't get to that deep water. All right, without Yahweh Shai getting you there, man. Go ahead.
If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
Right. If you didn't go, you couldn't just parachute into the broad. You couldn't just teleport into the kingdom, man. You got to go through the hardships. You got to go through the trials and the tribulations. You got to go through that narrow pathway, the same pathway that Yahweh Shai came in the flesh and took in order to show you that it could be done, man. In order to show you an example of how you need to be. Now, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you got us trying to be that leading example. Push out your videos. Dude, come to camp.
I gotta say back real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
2 Thessalonians 3 verse 13. But ye brethren, be not weary in well doing.
Right, weary meaning tired. Getting tired and well, oh man.
All right, so we camp again.
It's been 3 years, Ock. I'm getting tired, man. I want my Saturdays back.
Fuck all that, man.
Go ahead,
One more. Galatians 6 verse 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap.
That's right,
if
man.
we faint not.
In due season you will reap if you faint not. If you faint, you ain't gonna reap.
I got
If you
one
faint, you just spent them 3 years that you're tired about for no reason, man. You should have took all them Saturdays off then, if that's the case. Now you're just gonna be in a worse spot because Esau's still gonna come and get your ass.
Yep.
Oh look, this Hey, isn't this you on this YouTube video?
Oh, nah, man. They ain't me. See, what happened was,
You gonna take the chip for calling the Most High? You already cast his sacrifice under your feet and stomped on it.
Yup, yeah, I'm spitting in the face of the Most High.
Yup.
Basically. I got one for you.
So now when that guillotine's coming down on your head, you ain't got no help, man.
She'll come out hard. Spitting
Alright,
probably
yep.
out by some shot. Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
Right.
And that we must through much tribulation.
And that's what we're doing, man. Exhorting the body to continue in this fight, man. And that we through much what?
And that we must through much tribulation
Through much tribulation, through hardships,
Yep.
man. Through you're gonna have to give up this world. Everything that you spent in your youth trying to accomplish, you're gonna have to give all that shit up, man. Go ahead, up.
And that we through much
And
tribulation.
then you see this is how you know that Kanye West ain't no goddamn prophet, man. Because he would have to give all that shit up in order to keep his eye single, man.
Yup.
And he's getting paid to do show ups.
Yep.
And that we through much tribulation enter. And that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Yep. That's how you get to that king. That's how you get to the broad.
Yep.
How could you get to the broad if you didn't go in through the narrow?
Oh man.
You see these videos of these Edomites spelunking in caves, and they got to do some wild shit, man. They'll be swimming into a little tiny patch of water that's in a cave already. They find a little tiny hole that they barely squeeze at the bottom of that water, work their way through and find one spot to gasp some air, and then finally they make it to the beautiful point in that cave with all the crystals and what
They had
have
to
you.
go through some shit.
Yeah, you got to go through a narrow, and you see, and most people, especially Jake, when they're watching, oh fuck that,
shit, man.
I ain't
Tripping.
crawling in that shit. But you see that we have to go through a narrow path to get the kingdom, man. We got the 2/3 saying to say, oh fuck that,
I got another one for you.
I ain't doing all that. I ain't going out there and looking like a damn fool. Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
Right.
And
right.
if-
We know that we're Israelites, man.
Con.
Go ahead.
And if children, then heirs of the Most High.
Right, heirs.
Yup.
Which an heir is what? You have a child
got an inheritance.
that's ordained to inherit something,
Yup.
which is the kingdom. Go
Yup.
ahead.
And joint heirs with the Mashiach Yahushua, if so be that we
And
suffer with him.
joint heirs with Hamashiach Yahushai, man. If we suffer with him. So
Yup.
if we suffer
Joint.
with
bro.
Yahushai, then we're going to receive the same glory, man.
Hey, this is being Yahweh Shai like.
Con.
You know, you gotta be bruised.
We're doing what he's doing right now.
Con. That we may be also glorified together. So whatever Yahushua receive, man, we're going to receive the same thing, man.
Yup.
And that's something to fight for,
Con,
man.
what
Because
is-
we ain't had shit on this side, man.
Yeah.
We
What
ain't
is that?
never lived, man.
Okay,
Yeah, you're gonna give all that up for your beat up. I just saw another guy riding around in one of them scooters,
Yeah.
sliding all over the place. He was using his feet to get to and fro because the scooter couldn't get nowhere, man.
Damn ice.
God.
You would rather have that than fight for this, man. That's gonna and that's gonna play on your mind when you're eating these ICBMs. That's what you threw it away for.
All I had to do was endure.
Oh, when
Yup.
that chip that he said in Revelation 16, that chip is gonna rot your flesh
Oh,
before
man.
you be destroyed.
A grievous sore.
So another story, another testimony, man. Like going to basic training, we had this female. She came in, didn't know what the military was about. She thought she came the first week, she was good. The next week, she like, I'm tired of doing this. She wanted to go home. The drill said, all right, we'll send you home. So week after week after week after week went by, she was still there. You still had.
They were just torturing her.
Hey, hey, you had us. We was going through all the training, this and that and the other. I'm talking about they let this chick stay there until the end, until everybody graduated. And drill sergeant look, look where you at. This could have been you graduating.
Yeah.
So she had to go. She went through all that and still didn't graduate. And we was graduating. We was happy and rejoiced, like the elect, man.
Yeah.
And all she had to do was endure until the end, so she could
Participate.
graduate. Exactly. All she had to do was
She was
endure
there
until the
anyway.
end. She was ready to quit, man. She gave up before it even got started, man.
She was already there the whole time.
She stayed there the whole time and didn't graduate and had to watch us graduate.
Still wasted all that time.
All that
And
time,
all
man.
that was a complete waste.
All that time,
And not only that, but you came out in a worse place because now your self-esteem is low. You're shamed.
man.
You're
Everybody
gonna have to
laughing
go
at
tell
us.
your family, "Hey, I didn't graduate."
Oh, hey, you don't want to.
Everybody that was congratulating your ass, giving you a round of applause and
Yeah.
shit
You don't
because you
wanna-
were gonna go join the military.
Hey, you don't want to be in that position, man. Don't
Tuesday
give,
they're
hey,
gonna
don't
feel
give
that,
up,
bro.
man. Don't
Tuesday
give
they're
up,
gonna
man.
Hey, some of the men
Don't
of the
give
truth
up.
are gonna feel that.
Don't give up,
Yep.
man. Because
Well,
hey,
they
at the
were
end of
never
the
in
day,
the truth then.
at the end of the day, the end is coming, man.
Yeah.
So don't give up.
Judas is
Yeah,
scary.
just like she was never a soldier. Yeah.
Yep. She went through all that hell, had to stay out there in all that heat, do everything we was doing.
You
She
was
still
there
did
the
it.
whole time. Might as well just participate.
Exactly. Hey, and just like those men that fell out, they're not gonna receive that crown, or she didn't receive that crown to graduate. Those men who give up before it gets,
take
you know what
their
I'm
hands
saying?
off the plow.
You're not gonna receive that crown, man.
That's funny because Jacob's trouble. We're all gonna have to go through it.
Yup.
All of us.
And that's exactly what that
Everybody.
basic training was.
You're
Like,
gonna
you
have
know
to
what I'm saying?
participate.
We
That's
all
what I'm
have
saying.
to.
The only difference is now you don't have the Most High to help you.
Yup.
Now you better have been hitting the gym because that's your only chance.
And that ain't nothing.
And you still know you're gonna lose.
Yep.
But at least maybe you might be able to fight one Edomite before they all
day
overtake
longer,
you.
you might live a day longer.
Yeah. You better build your underground bunker or something. Go ahead. You got someone
Oh,
else?
sure. This is Luke 9, verse 24. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it.
That's right.
You can only serve one master.
Hey, that's the spirit. That's what I got.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
Yourself.
Matthew 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters,
Right.
for either he will hate the one and love the other,
Right.
or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
Yep. Which the two masters in this example, it's the one is money. Mm-hmm. But your master might be the woman encompasses the man. It might be the woman.
Right?
It might be your mom. You're still attached to your mama.
All of her
And,
titty.
yep, and she's having an issue with you being in the truth.
Yep.
Right? Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. Verse 27. Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature?
Right, meaning which a cubit's about 1.5 feet.
Right.
But I mean even an inch.
Right.
Who do you know that could say, I want to be 1 inch taller today?
I'm gonna be 5'5" today.
You just grow
I'm having
grow
a tall
to
day.
that height. It's not in existence, man.
God, let me get a.
You see Esau with the platform shoes.
Hebrews
That's
12,
that's
verse
that's
1.
that's shit.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set
Right.
before
Right,
us.
let us set aside the sins that so easily besets you.
Missing the mark.
Yep, causes you to be pushed aside.
It
And
says,
see, when you're doing something serious, when you at war, for example, your mind
It's
better
on
be
war.
on the mission, man.
because sometimes your mind has to push
Yeah.
your body.
You
God,
start
you can't
thinking
be
about
soft
something else.
in this truth
You're
or
gonna,
in war.
yep, you're gonna get, or you might go AWOL and just go
God.
cuckoo, man. You see that in the what is that called? Shell
Saving
shock,
Private
right?
Ryan?
Where you
Full
all kinds
Metal
of bullets and
Jacket.
shit start flying. You just jump up and just lose your mind and get killed.
A Full Metal Jacket, he didn't even make it to the war.
God.
He was in the bathroom, remember? He was like,
Oh yeah.
I am in a world of shit. He didn't even get out of boot camp. Motherfucker had post-traumatic
tormented
stress
there.
right there in boot camp. It says in verse 2, looking unto Yahushai, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross,
Right. He endured to the cross. Go ahead.
despising the shame.
Despising the shame, all the shame and all the bullshit that you got to go through. He just despised it.
And the thing is,
fuck all
we
this.
gonna
I
go through-
know the bigger picture.
We're gonna go through the same shit y'all wish I went through,
Nope.
man.
And this is exactly like you said. That woman that was in boot camp, she could have just did it.
She could have just did it and graduated and been over with.
And that's what Yahushua did. He just got it done. He got it over with.
Yep.
God.
It says,
And everything else is going to align the way that it should be, man.
yeah.
You see, we ain't telling you got to go slap your mom around.
No, don't do that. No.
You don't got to. You turn around and call your dad a nigga.
No, because really it says honor your father
Yeah,
and mother.
yeah. You keep your eyes single with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and everything's gonna line up, man.
But no longer does your mother make the rules for you where, like you said,
Yeah.
you can't come out here.
Don't-
Yeah,
don't-
she can-
she-
hey, you can't be going out there that
Oh,
late.
she up here telling you to take the chip, man. You don't listen to that
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. And that's what the brother said. It's all going to be set up in order after that.
Yep.
For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds.
Right. Endured such contradiction of sinners
He
against
died for
himself.
sinners.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, he died for them same sinners that were talking shit, man.
And that could throw a man off. You're out here and you feel like no one's listening. Like I just heard the Outers live,
Yeah.
their camp, and this guy comes up. He goes, "Who you talking to? Nobody's out here."
Oh,
And
yeah,
that could
yeah.
throw a dude off. You know, you make videos, nobody watches them. You get no
Yeah.
views.
God.
You think you're not getting views, but
Somebody
Esau's
watching, man.
manipulating the
Yeah,
numbers.
they watch
Yeah.
you. They watch you,
Or
man.
even if you got 0 views, man. You know
Prophesy-
who's viewing? Yeah,
Most
Hashem
High.
Yahweh
Yeah,
Shai,
that's
man.
right.
Yo,
Hey,
The witnesses
prophesy-
that compass us.
Prophesy to the wind, man.
Yeah. The angels are
Psalm
watching us.
34:7. Yeah.
Yup.
There's been many times, man, where something happened and our phones, our recording devices wasn't working. We just kept going, man.
God.
All right, fuck it, Ak, let's just do it, man.
Honestly, bro, they shut my channels down so fast, nobody really
I know
watches them.
they've been hitting yours.
But shit, you know what? Gotta keep going, bro.
God.
You know, because really, they're shutting them down so fast, nobody gets a chance to see them.
God.
You know. But it says that Yahweh's word does not go out void nor return void.
Yep.
Yup. So every video we put out it has force behind it, man, because we're speaking the words of the Most High.
Like
It's
Noah,
documented
by
by
him
the
building
angels.
the ark,
Yup.
it sealed
Condemn
that
the world.
judgment.
Yup.
God.
Yep.
Our work
it?
is
That's it, bro.
documented, you know?
You want something else?
Go ahead and finish up that 7.
Esdras.
And not the whole chapter, but just a few more verses down for the point. Read that same verse that you left off on.
This is 2nd Esdras 7 and 5. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
Right. So you're gonna have to go through the trials and the tribulations in order to get to the finish line. Go ahead, Ak.
There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field,
Right. That city is likened unto the kingdom of heaven, set upon a broad field, meaning a big field. Go ahead.
and is full of all good things.
That's
Right. Full of everything good, man. You ride your own chariots around, golden streets,
Women.
buildings, your mansion set up with all kind of different stones and rubies and jewels. Go
A
ahead.
perfect body, bro.
Yup, perfect body.
God.
God.
No
Yeah.
Edomites. You got talking about Edomite free.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
an
have to
Edomite
deal
free
with that.
city, man.
Oh my god,
Go ahead.
beautiful.
The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to
Yep.
fall.
Yep, but you have to walk a dangerous walk to get there, man.
Straight gate.
What they call it? A valley of shadow of death.
That straight gate, man.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
Yep. So if you
Balance.
slip to the one side, you're gonna get burnt up. The other side, you're gonna drown.
God.
God.
And also showing you order, because if it's that tight, you're walking single file.
God.
You don't have a whole clump of people
God.
pushing each other out of the way, trying to leap over each other. and-
Lock arms, what is it? Hand in hand.
So that means you following somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You following another man.
Con.
Yo,
God.
yo.
We following Yahweh Shai and got our leaders set up, and they're following Yahweh Shai, we're following them, man.
And those in the front are walking the most dangerous walk, because they're the ones that you're behind,
God.
following their every single step, because you don't want to make the wrong step and slip.
That's why we give them double honors.
Con.
Because they've been
Con.
walking it
Con.
longer than us.
Con.
God. That was like Uriah. When he was sent to the front of the battle, you know,
Yep.
by David.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where that was the perilous part.
And see, you won't see Esau on the front of his military.
Oh,
Trump
no.
will lead his men
Hell
into
no.
battle.
Hell no.
No.
He's a
In
like
one
on, Troy.
only
He's
path,
also the king that
verse
fought his own
8.
battles.
Oh yeah.
In one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water.
Yep, there's only one path. What was the Apostle Tahar talking about? You had some come in different ways.
Yeah.
There's only one path you could take, man. Go ahead, brother.
So they literally jumped off into the water, jumped off into the fire.
Yeah, they went and tried
Fuck
to
it.
take some secret way.
Yeah. Ain't no other way, man.
Yeah, jumped into the water and tried to find an underground
Passage.
tunnel they could
I know.
get into.
And they drowned.
Yeah.
They playing Tomb Raider.
Trying to be master teachers.
Yo.
So small that there could be one man go there at once.
See? Well, one man go there at once, single file, showing you order. Go ahead.
if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance,
Right, being the Israelites, what did it say? What is an heir? An inheritor. All right, we would be joint heirs with Yahushai. Go ahead.
if he shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Right. You have to pass those dangers, man.
Huh, you got to be bruised, huh?
You got to be bruised. You can be tattered and battered because you know what it is. You endured. You endured through the trials and tribulations to get there, just like Yahushai did, man.
And I said, it is so, Lord. Then he said, then he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world.
Wait, is whose portion?
Israel's portion.
That's Israel's portion, which is the kingdom of heaven. But the only way for the Israelites to get there
It's a straight gate.
is that straight gate, man.
God.
And only the elect are gonna get to it.
God.
Go ahead, brother.
Because for their sakes I made the world.
Yep, because for their sakes the world was made. You see, you got all these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the confusion of face brothers that you know may be coming up in any different country, but yet their seed line goes back to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Kingdom of heaven for them.
Yep. You are the kings and queens, man. You are the judges over the planet Earth.
God.
All right, I don't know if I'll say
Not
queens,
queens,
but
yeah.
Princesses.
you are the judges over the planet Earth, though, man. You Israelite men. All right, you're supposed to be
right.
showing your women how to conduct themselves.
Because
man.
the only time there was a queen was in the book of Esther, under the heathen.
But she was,
Esther was a
that's
queen.
why, because she was a damn,
She was
she
a
was
whore.
with the heathen.
Yep.
She was with the heathen, that's why.
Yep. But yeah, man. So you see, and you see the way that they're conducting themselves, man. It don't look like nothing special to Esau, man. It don't look like nothing special to the heathen. Because the way that we've lived, man. But yet the elect are going to endure through it, man. The elect are going to come out of these ways of the world, walk that straight gate, and make it to the kingdom by keeping their eyes single, man. By going to camp, putting in your work,
God.
all right, and striving for that crown, man.
I gotta step up.
Come,
1
right.
Corinthians 1:18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of Yahweh.
Right.
right.
To those that perish, it's foolishness. For us to be out here doing this, man.
Nigga, it's cold as fuck out
Yeah.
there. Y'all niggas tripping.
Yep. But to us, man, we're willing to die out here, man.
Or even like these guards, they're watching on the cameras.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, man, they've been out there for hours.
Oh man, I've been holding the piss since this brother finished. I've been holding the piss, man. And I thought about taking one, but look, man, they got cameras everywhere. That's all they're waiting for is some
Oh
shit
yeah,
like that.
and you know they legalize it, but they can still hit you with the charge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They said
come
they
and
legalized
get
it,
you
but
for
they get
indecent exposure. Now you're a sex offender and you're having to jump through all sorts of hoops, even to survive.
Yeah.
But that's a chariot. I've been watching it and it moving from that building.
Con.
Right
It
there.
was right next to the building. Now it's away from it.
Con, you pop.
Right there, you talking about?
You brothers got anything else? You got something to know?
I'm good, bro.
I'm good.
Go ahead and close this up, Shabbai.
Con. We are the real Hebrew Israelites. We want to give all thanks, and glory, and praise unto
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah, Quadash.
Double honors goes out to our elder apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth.
Yup.
And we want to acknowledge the Akim who are pushing this truth with sincerity. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Baba.
Abba Baba.
Abba Baba.
Abba Baba.
Abba Baba.
Abba Baba.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Oh my. Oh my.
I got some bad nerves.